Hi students, I am Prashant B. Chandran, Assistant Professor, Automobile Engineering Department, SN80 Adur. Welcome to my new video. In this video, I am covering the portions. That is, first one, seam welding, stud welding and percussion welding. Okay. First of all, seam welding. Seam welding is a welding process which is similar to spot welding, except that circular rolling electrodes are used to produce continuous seam of overlapping welds. That is, in spot welding, we have already discussed about spot welding. This seam welding is also similar to that of spot welding, except the fact that here circular rolling electrodes are used to produce continuous seam of overlapping welds. Okay. Here cooling of the workpiece and electrodes are done by water jets on both sides of the workpiece material. This is the diagram. Here the welding electrodes are also in shape of rollers. That is, this is roller 1, which is an electrode. This is roller 2, which is also another electrode. And this is one of the workpiece, and this is the second workpiece. And these are cooling water jets. Okay, it is this. The electrodes are electrodes when rotating along with that workpiece. Heat is generated in between them, and due to that heat, overlapping welds are formed here. And after forming this weld, cooling water jets will cool this weld so that the welds are cooled and we obtain a continuous overlapping welds. Types of seam welding. That is, there are many types of seam welding. They are one, continuous seam welding. Here the electrodes rotate at a uniform velocity. That is, the electrodes, that is the roller type electrodes, rotate at a uniform velocity here. Along with this, the current may flow continuously to form a continuous seam. Current is also continuous. Okay. Second one is overlapping seam welding. That is, when the current is switched on and off quickly. Here the current is switched on and off quickly. Due to that, a set of overlapping weld nuggets are obtained. Okay, this process is also called as stitch welding. Another name of this process is stitch welding. Third type is intermittent welding, intermittent seam welding. When the duration of switching of the current is increased, the spacing between the individual nuggets is increased, and this will lead to independent nuggets at regular intervals. Okay, this process is also called as roll spot welding. Okay. These are the various types of seam welding. This is continuous seam welding, where the weld is continuous. Okay, that is, here the current is continuous, and this is second one, that is overlapping weld nuggets are obtained. These are the overlapping weld nuggets. Here current is switched on and off at a particular interval of time. And this is the third one, that is, here individual weld nuggets are obtained. That is, each weld nuggets are individual. That is, sufficient space is available in between these weld nuggets. This is obtained by increasing the time of switching off and on of current. Okay. Advantages and applications. The main advantage of this seam welding is that the process can produce airtight joints. That is, by using this process we can produce airtight joints. Then applications. It can be used for the fabrication of liquid and gas tanks, evaporators and condensers, transformers, refrigerators, etc. Okay, these are the various applications of this seam welding. Then stud welding. Stud welding is a special type of arc welding process for joining studs, threaded fasteners or similar components to another part. usually flat plates. Here an electric arc is used to heat the components to be welded. Here the stud serves as one of the electrode and the other component serves as another electrode to initiate the arc. Okay. A disposable ceramic ring called ferrule is placed around the weld area to prevent oxidation and to retain the molten metal in the weld zone. Here a disposable ceramic ring, which is called as ferrule, is placed around the weld area in order to prevent the oxidation and to retain the molten material in the weld zone itself. Okay, this is a diagram. This is the stud and this is the workpiece, and this is the ceramic ferrule which covers this portion from atmosphere. Okay, we are applying that heat and the molten metal is formed, and after that process we are removing that ferrule out so that a solidified weld metal is formed here. Okay. Applications. This method is mostly used for attaching handles to cookware, heat radiating fans in machinery, and similar applications in automobile, electrical and shipbuilding industry also. Okay, these are the applications of this type of welding. Then the third one is percussion welding. Percussion welding process is usually used for butt joints. We have already discussed about butt joints. Okay, the two surfaces to be joined are brought into contact and an electric current is applied for an extremely short time duration of 1 to 10 milliseconds. Here the two surfaces to be joined, that is the two workpieces, are brought into contact. They are made into contact and an electric current is applied for a very short time duration of 1 to 10 milliseconds. Okay. After a short contact, one of the workpieces is retracted slightly to draw an arc. After this short contact, one of the workpieces is moved backward in order to produce an arc. This arc heats the faces of both the workpieces to welding temperature. This is the working principle. Now the welding force is applied by moving the workpiece to come into contact again. The force is retained until the joint is formed and cooled down. This force is made continuous until the joint is formed and the weld is cooled down. Okay, this is the diagram for percussion welding. This is one workpiece. This is another workpiece. Current is supplied to them through these terminals, that is negative and positive, and after that they are moved in contact with each other, that is in this direction they are moved towards each other and made touch to a particular time. Due to this temperature a weld is formed. Okay, after watching this video you should be capable of answering these questions. That is, first one is, what is seam welding? Give its advantages and applications. Second one, give a brief idea about stud welding with a neat diagram. List the various applications also. Third one, what is percussion welding? Illustrate with a neat diagram. Okay. Try to answer these questions after watching this video. Thank you. Have a nice day.